The live grabs like a couple seconds before I hit. So hopefully. Okay, it didn't grab that part where you said no more. Good morning. I'm Justine, and you'll see that
Hello.
I'm actually going to keep people on mute because if we all say hello, it will turn into a lot of feedback, and then I can't hear anyone. But you will have an opportunity to speak, and you'll be unmuted when it's your turn. So for sure, we'll do that. Good morning. I'm Judge Person, and welcome to the Temple Municipal Court. We have still people who are gaining a connection, so I may repeat myself just a little bit here at the beginning. I do want to let you know a few things before we get started. This is court. It's a real court. However, we're in the convenient stage, allowing people to still be perhaps at home or in a convenient location. I do have a pretrial docket meeting today, as well as a regular docket, and I'll just be toggling back and forth between those dockets. I'm going to go ahead and create what we call the breakout room. It's a separate room, if you will, for the pretrial docket. And I'm going to go ahead and start that docket. Ms. Warren is the city's prosecutor. She's about to come on screen. And Ms. Warren, if you could just give a quick wave, and that lets people know you're here. Oh, thank you. Other folks can wave too. And Ms. Warren, I'm going to go ahead and send you an invite to the pretrial room, and the attorney for Natalie Plants, as well as Ms. Plants, going to that pretrial room right now as well. And that begins that docket. So I do want to let you know, when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving an answer or response to that accusation. If you have not yet entered a plea, or if you entered a plea in writing for the first time, I'll probably review that plea with you. There are three options for entering a plea, and a plea is, as I said, your answer or response to that accusation. The options for pleading are guilty, not guilty, and no contest, in no particular order. Guilty means I did this, and not guilty means I'm contesting this, and no contest means I'm not saying I did it or didn't do it. I just want to move forward with sentencing. So if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm moving forward with you. If you plead not guilty, we're scheduling the case for a pretrial. It's a two-part process. There's an online pretrial. There's a live pretrial that follows. And those have already been scheduled today. You won't be pushed into that meeting today. You'll be given a new meeting date. And I will go ahead and tell you, if you're on the pretrial docket today, Ms. Plants, unmute for a moment. Unmute for just a moment. Did you have difficulty?
Yeah, no, they told me to leave the room and come into this.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That wouldn't be unusual. If you were here in court, that's probably what would happen.
Okay.
They might want to, they sometimes talk a little differently than it's a thing. It's
Your Honor.
Your thing. Yeah. Sorry, but I mean, that's true. So I'm just tend to be perfectly frank. Okay, so anyway, you're fine right there. And maybe this is helpful information for you too. So when you're given a ticket, as I said, guilty, not guilty, no contest, those are the plea options. And I want to tell you also about 4 ways to gain a dismissal, even where you've pled guilty or no contest. Before I do that, Ms. Warren, Ms. McMahon, y'all look ready to talk. So let me grab that file real quickly. Y'all were fast, so which is perfectly fine. Okay, where are we, please?
Your Honor, this case is headed for a resolution, but we're going to need more time.
Okay. And what, are we rescheduling? Or are we just using the
No,
date?
we're not rescheduling. We'll just leave the December 1st, 2 p.m. date, and it will probably be settled before then.
Okay, that works fine. And Ms. McMahon, that's December 1st at 2.
Okay,
And
sounds
Ms.
good.
Plant, thank you. And Ms. Plant's your attorney will let you know what's happening. I'm sure she'll keep you informed.
Judge, I think there's confusion. I am not the attorney for Ms. Plans. I'm
Oh,
the attorney for Mr. Polden.
I'm so sorry. I have it written down wrong. Ms. Plants, that is not your attorney. My apologies. I have it written down wrong on my form. Let me grab the correct file. There we go. It just got written on the wrong. It's written correctly here. But that's still December 1st at 2. Thank you for help clarifying. We have a lot of people today, so.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
Appreciate you. And thank you. I'll let you go, Ms. McMahon. I don't think Mr. Polson is here. He's actually, I had noted he wasn't here. So
Okay.
I think there's a reason why he wasn't here. So,
Okay.
thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Ms. Plants, my apologies. I had it written down on the wrong line, and I thought she represented you. You're actually going to be next. And Ms. Warren, I had her early on and logged in, so I'll go ahead and move Ms. Plants over to you. And
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Ms. Plants, that invitation. Let me find you. I think. Okay, actually, you should be able to just join the meeting.
Your Honor, am I supposed to leave or?
Yeah, you should be able to rejoin that room.
It says leave. I'm scared to leave the meet. It says leave
If-
the meeting.
Go ahead and hit leave, and if you wind up out of the meeting, redial back in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It should push you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Leave.
Yeah, it did. It took her out. Okay. So let me get Ms. Warren back in too. Ms. Warren, when she left that meeting,
Mhm.
it only now gave her, it did not give, give me the option of resending her. And her only option was to leave, and she's dialing back in.
Okay,
Yeah, I told her if she got pushed out, I would just dial back in. Okay, Ms. Plants, now we can get you back into that meeting. There we go. There she goes. Thank you, Ms. Warren. Okay, technology. So when you're given, so when you plead guilty, right where I was, when you plead guilty or no contest, there's still 4 ways to gain a dismissal. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Now, compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. The law has to specify that that can happen. Those can be things like if you have, for example, a tail light out and you're cited for your tail light being out and you come to court on time and you've repaired the tail light, then you can get a dismissal with a $10 dismissal fee. If the law doesn't specify that you can do that, then it's not available, okay? I don't expect people to know the different ones. I'll actually walk you through those, okay? And so you can ask questions if you want to, but just be assured that I'm gonna walk you through those dismissals, okay? And then ask if you want. If you are qualified and you're on time, you can do a driver safety course option. You have to have a Texas driver's license. You cannot be a CD holder. You have to be on time. There's some other requirements. I'll walk you through those requirements if I see that you're qualified or if I think you might be qualified. Again, you're welcome to ask about it, but I will take the reins or take the lead on that, if you will. What's beneficial about the driver safety course option, if you qualify and you do it and you successfully complete it, because that means getting your course in on time and your driving record in on time as well. What's helpful is that you only pay a portion of your ticket. So let me explain a little bit about court costs and fines. Court costs are set by the Texas legislature. I don't have control over those. And fines are set by the judge. That would be me. When I give you the number on your ticket, the amount, it's the whole thing together. But the court costs represent usually anywhere from 140 to 170 of that ticket. And that goes to Austin, that goes to the state. The fines come locally for sidewalks and fire department and things like that. So if you do the driver safety course option, you only pay the court cost. The fine goes on hold, okay? We just put that off to the side. And if you turn in your driving course and your driving record, you get your case dismissed. And the fine, when the case gets dismissed, the fine gets waived. So it's cheaper than your ticket and it keeps it off your record. So that's a beneficial program for a reason. The reason we have that program, the reason why it's incentivized financially like that, is because we want people to take that course about every 12 months if they're having difficulty with their driving, because we know that the incidence of accident and injury goes down with the taking of the course. That's legally, that's a correlated truth. So we do incentivize it, but it's still a limited program. You've got to be on time and meet the other requirements. And I'll quiz that up with you and see if you qualify. If it looks like you're on time and the item is one that can be done that way, and I don't see that you have a license conflict, okay? But I'll start moving in that direction. You're welcome to ask questions about it, but I'm just not going to wait for your question, is what I'm saying. The third option is a deferred disposition. Deferred means delay, dispose, disposition, to dispose of. I delay disposing of your case and finishing it. I accept your plea of guilty or no contest. And then if we do a deferred disposition, I put an order in place. It's a piece of paper. You'll have a copy of it. It tells you the things you need to do to gain a dismissal. If you do the things on the order, it's a list. You do the things on your list, you get a dismissal. The case is not reflected as a conviction on your record. So that's a helpful tool. There's a little trick to that one. If you'll listen up, you have to request it at the time that you enter your plea, guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. If I grant it, then you gain a dismissal and I'll put things in place. Sometimes there's a class. We've got to sort out fines and costs and figure that out. We'll do that pretty quickly, but you have to request when you enter your plea. Again, guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. That's what that would sound like, okay? Everybody got that one? If not, ask when it's your turn. Just ask about the deferred. And then teen court is for students, high school, middle school, even homeschool, but I do have to have proof of enrollment to grant teen court. And teen court is a way for young people to take responsibility on their case and gain a dismissal as well, okay? And it's better if we have a young person take responsibility and earn that dismissal than it is for a parent to just pay a bunch of money, right? They just learn more and I'm less likely to see them again. In fact, the numbers are definitely in favor of teen court. We've got a 70% success rate or greater that I'm not going to see that person again. And in the context of traffic, that means injured, death, or causing an accident. In the context of a criminal record, that means really their job options in the future that we're trying to protect, okay? So it's a dismissal process. Okay, those are the 4 things I have. That's basically how they work. I have a few people I can't identify. I need to know who you are so we have the right file. I'm going to start with Rick's iPhone. Are you Ricky Alvarado? Unmute and let me know. Yes? Okay, great. I got you identified. Knowing is half the battle. YNS Deuce, tell me your name, unmute, please.
My name Don Terrell.
And your last name?
Thomas McCraney.
Your name is Thomas McCraney, Dontrell. Okay. I gotcha. I'm going to just put a different name, or I'm going to put that name on your file so that I don't lose track of you. But it won't change it permanently. It's just going to change it for this meeting. And then I have a bunch of people that were named iPhone. I'm going to ask you to unmute one at a time, and you'll get that unmute request. Can you tell me your name, please?
Hi, Ian Lar.
Sorry?
Ian Lar.
Last, Ian Laura?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
And when it's your turn, we'll go on screen. Thank you. Let me just put that on you.
Yes,
Thank you. And then young lady and family, look familiar. Just sing half your face. Unmute, please, and give me your name. Remind me. Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. And I had someone on the phone, and the phone number is ending in 014. Could you unmute and tell me your name, please? Telephone?
Yes, ma'am. It's Haley Hoffman.
Okay, Ms. Hoffman. There you are. Great. Great. Okay, we'll be able to keep better track of folks. And I'm going to start asking Alberta Stevens to unmute. And Ms. Stevens, I'll pull your file while you unmute. Give me a moment to get that pulled up.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I did receive your information, and the driving, yeah, stay muted. So people accidentally unmute themselves sometimes. Ms. Stevens, quick question. So I have received your request for driver safety.
Yes.
You did miss court, and state law for that program is that you're on time for court. So I won't be able to do that one. Are you secondarily requesting a deferred, perhaps?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Are you able to pay your balance today? It's $259.
I can do that. Can I do it Friday?
Yes. Are you doing that in full?
Yes, I can do it in full.
Okay. Friday is going to be the 15th. And that will work for you?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not going to require a driver safety course on this particular incident. I sometimes do, but I don't think I need to in this case. Your deferred will end on February 15th of 2022.
Okay.
And I need to get you the document and have your signature on it today. If I email it to you, can you sign it and email it back to me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. We'll email that to you probably here shortly. It may not be right away because we've got a lot of people to see, but we will get that to you shortly, and we just need it back by close of business.
Okay.
Okay. And do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Just read it very carefully. And if you wind up with any questions, you can ask a clerk. And if a clerk can't answer, they can push you back into a meeting.
Okay.
Okay. It is a way, it's the next best thing for keeping it off your record. So it will do the same thing minus the money issue. it will do the same thing as far as your record goes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Stevens.
Thank you, Anna. Have
You
a great
good
day.
You too.
You too.
Okay, and I see Ms. Warren in this plan. Ms. Warren, are we heading to resolution? Or are we heading to trial?
Your Honor, this case is resolved.
Okay,
Ms. Plans is going to take a defensive driving course.
okay,
She can pay today, and she'll be there after this meeting
okay,
to sign up in person.
okay. That's best.
Mhm.
That works the easiest for everyone. Ms. Plants, we're just gonna have your paperwork at the front desk when you get here, okay?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go ahead and, do you have any questions before I let you go?
No, I'll just head out straight there right after this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Got a message. Ms. Dennison, you're going to need to go by the clerk's desk today and reschedule your court date because today is your court date. And it sounds like there's a conflict. I understand, but you'll need to reschedule. I don't even know if she's still here. I'm not seeing you. Okay, so I'm just going to move on. Ms. Warren, your next person then is going to be Aaron Anderson. And Mr. Anderson, I'm going to send you that invitation. Remember before you leave to go ahead and before you leave after this meeting, you'll come back over to this part of the meeting and you'll need to get on screen. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sending you over to that meeting and you'll have to accept that invitation. Thank you. Okay, I'm moving forward then with Corey Evans. And let me get that file pulled. I've got it. Good morning, Mr. Evans. How are you today? Are you there? Maybe he left. Oh, there you are, Mr. Evans. So we might be having a connectivity problem. I'm not hearing you. You're not responding. So I'll go ahead. It looks like you're trying to respond. Not seeing any movement or action. Seem connected. I'll go ahead and mute you and come back to you again. If you can resolve any technical issues. Now you're moving. Okay, try again. Are you there?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm good. How are you?
It's just muffled and fuzzy, like we're not really connected. And you're surrounded, I can tell, by quite a bit of metal. Sometimes that can be interfering. Is there any way to get more directly lined up with your technology? So it's just not working. I would suggest maybe logging out. I will save your place in line and try again.
Can you hear me?
I'm going to hold to my idea, which is to tell you to go ahead and log out and come back in and see if that works. And if not, maybe look for.
Ma'am, good morning.
It's just fuzzy, sir. And trying harder on the same connection may not work. Maybe that's better. Moved. Okay, looks a little better. At least there's movement. Can you unmute and talk to me?
I've got it unmuted.
Not really great. I did. Can you hear me? to moving and walking around. These are all things, you know, a system can only do so much so quickly. And they're brilliant iPhones and phones like that, but they've got limits.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize for that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I received your request for driver safety. You did miss the court date. And so state
Yes,
law
ma'am.
does not provide for that option. I can allow a deferred if you want to do that. I would need to get payment. And in your case, I wouldn't require a driver safety course option, but it would just be like a good behavior, no more tickets for 120 days. And then you would gain a dismissal, provided you don't get more tickets. You want to do that?
What kind of payment are we looking at on that with that option?
The ticket is $254. It didn't go up. It's the same.
Oh, so even with deferral, it'd be the same?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I would be interested in that, please.
Okay. Can you pay the deferred fee today, the $254?
Could I be able to pay it by Friday, please?
Of course. No problem. That's the 15th. Will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am. That would be great.
Okay. The deferred will end on the 15th of February, provided you don't get any more tickets. You would gain a dismissal and, you know, pay your payment on time and no more citations. I can email this to you to the email we used on file. If you're
Yes, ma'am.
able to print it, sign it, and get it back to us today, that's
Yes.
probably the most convenient way to do it. The other option would be to come in and sign it, but I see that you're out of town, at least you live out of town. What would work best for you?
I actually work over here in Temple, just kind of right around the corner. So I could, if you email it to me, I could get it printed out and just drop it back into your office this morning, probably.
Right, you can come to the court, we'll print it for you here,
Okay.
and you can just sign it.
Okay.
Around what time should we look for you?
I could probably be there by noon.
Okay. I'll put a note on that and it'll be at the front desk for you, okay?
Okay. I really appreciate it. And I do apologize about the technical difficulties.
It just happens, and I'm glad you were able to resolve them quickly. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Ms. Warren, it looks like you're ready to talk. Let me pull that file. And are we heading to trial or toward resolution on the Anderson case? I'm so sorry, you're muted.
That case is resolved,
Okay,
and Mr. Anderson did accept a deferral.
okay,
There is a defensive driving course required.
yes.
I did say December 10th, but was when that is due, but it's up to the court if you want to change that, and he can pay today.
Okay, I'm fine with the timeline. I think that's appropriate.
Okay.
And I would have, let's see. With the deferred, I'm asking that we do a 120-day deferred from the two of you
Yes,
to give
Your
us,
Honor.
to give us time to get that class in. Really more for Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson, I can send this document to you here shortly from the court.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you have a way to print it, sign it, and get it back to us today, you won't need to, you know, travel. Can we do that? Can we send
Yes,
it to
ma'am.
you? Okay. And then you print it and sign it. It can be a photo, it can be a scan, but I just need your signature on the document today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. We'll send that over to you.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And so, Ms. Warren, I'm moving you forward with Ariana Ariste. I believe I'm hopefully saying that correctly. Ma'am, how do you say it?
Hello, and it's Ariana Uresti.
Uresti. Okay. All right, Miss Uresti. I'm sending that invitation. Join Ms. Warren in that breakout room. And I'm moving forward with Eduardo. It's Marmelejo Ramirez. I'm sure I've completely botched that, but let's give it a try.
Hello.
Good morning. Give me just a moment to get your file pulled up.
Yeah.
And hi, we had
Good
team
morning.
court. Good morning. We had team court, Mr. Melamejo, and we're supposed to get your driver's license to us on August 31st. We thought you were going to have it that quickly. What's the issue?
I was missing some paperwork that my mom had to send in, and it just didn't come in time. And then I just kept, like, she would send some papers, but then we needed different ones. And then I needed the verification of attendance from school, and I can't get that till next semester.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to have to change what we're doing because teen court is a 60-day option, and we're way beyond it. So we can keep you in a dismissal process with a deferred. We can shift it to a deferred. There's a new one for Aaron. And but we have to collect the court costs. Let me figure out what those are. Hold on. They're 101. And so we'd have to collect that.
All right.
Can that get paid today?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You've got to ask a parent, right?
Yes. Si puede apply.
Not
Yeah.
the whole amount, not the 181, just 101. I'll
All
lower it and give you time to get that license back to us. How long
right.
do you think you need? You need through next semester?
Yeah. The school told me that after Christmas break is when I could apply to get another one, verification of
Okay.
attendance.
Okay. So let's be on the safe side because you've been this happened because you were being optimistic, which is great. And I don't want to punish you for that, but I want to make allowances for it. Let's try to get that by February 1st. Okay.
All right.
Because we have a little more time. We have a little more leeway with the deferred disposition. And I'm also going to need you to sign another document. We're changing what we're doing. Okay.
All right.
So do you want to drive over to sign that, or should we email it?
We could go over there and sign it.
Okay. So we're shelving teen court. Okay. It's available if you ever have any, trouble again. I hope you don't. And then we're moving to another way to gain the same benefit, which is a deferred. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that way that'll give you more time to get your ducks lined up. And the deferral is going to last until, let's see, February 15th. No, March 15th. And that way we have plenty of time. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Y'all just come on over. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Warren, I'll be right with you. Are we heading to resolution or toward trial?
That case is resolved.
Okay.
She will take a defensive driving course.
Okay.
She can pay by Monday, the 18th.
Okay. And so, Ms. Ariste, we'll need your signature on a continuance today. I can email it to you, if you can sign it and get it back to us, your signature electronically, we can do it that way. Will that work for you, or do you need to head over?
No, I can go in ahead and do it, like the e-signature.
Don't do e-signature. You have to be able to print it
Okay.
and sign it and get it
Mhm.
back to us, or you can come over and do it.
Okay, then I'll go in ahead and just pop over there later on today.
Okay, around what time?
I'll go in ahead and say at 2.
Okay, we'll look for you around that time, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, just anyone at the front desk can help you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. And Ms. Warren, moving forward, Amanda Bennett is next on your list. And Ms. Bennett, that invitation is coming your way now. And I'm moving forward as well.
Ma'am,
Yes?
the invitation just messed up. I was trying to get to it.
Okay, then you're gonna have to log out and log back in. It doesn't let me resend it.
Okay.
Okay, just do that real quickly. I'm moving forward then with Mario Quinones. Let me get that file pulled while you unmute. Let me get Miss Bennett moved. Okay. Okay, Miss Bennett was having some technical difficulty, Miss Warren. I think she's now gotten it resolved. And so I'm resending that invitation to her. Okay, she's joined that meeting. Okay, and so Mr. Quinones, let's see, can you unmute and get on screen, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, you're 15. Where's your parent?
She's in the living room.
I need to see her, please.
She's right there.
Hola,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
bien, gracias.
Mario, we had
Yes,
you in,
ma'am.
we had you in teen court, but teen court requires that you be enrolled and actively attending school.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get enrolled right now. I'm signing papers to get back enrolled in school.
Yeah, I don't think teen court is going to be a good program for you at this point because, you know, as of October
They're just
5th,
waiting for me to get approved, and then and then I could get enrolled.
right, but we've been working on this with you since, let's see, July. And they show that you were inactive in Skyward. And so you're, yeah, you're supposed to be going, but you're not going.
They still haven't approved. I gotta go get my shots and stuff like that, my vaccinations.
Yeah, well, that's all stuff that's been in your control since July. So about all I can do at this point is tell you that I don't think teen court is a correct program for you. I'm just looking at your forehead at this point. I don't know that your mother is following what's going on. This is driving under the influence charge. It has a license suspension associated with it. You were required by law, if you're convicted, to do an alcohol awareness class, or you get a further suspension.
Yes, ma'am.
And while I know, no, listen, you're going to listen right now. And while I know that you are probably not legally driving yet, and hopefully not driving anymore. While I know that, I also need to tell you that if your license reflects a suspension, you may have trouble getting your license later when you're legally qualified to get one. I've told you that before. I have to reiterate it at this time. What I don't see how it has taken you this long to get enrolled in school. Do you have anything you want to say?
The lady at the front office at the court, she was talking about for me if you could get an extension so I could do the classes.
Well, I don't know who you spoke to.
I don't know her name. It was someone in the front desk.
Yeah, they shouldn't be saying that to you because they aren't authorized to do that, and we're a month over. We're a month over. Do we have a show? Okay. So at this point, what I'm going to do is go ahead and enter a conviction.
What does that mean?
That means that it is now a conviction on your record, and you owe the court $281.
Okay.
And then I'm going to require that you pay that. Do you need more than 30 days?
Possibly. Yes, ma'am.
You'll need to come in and sign up for a payment plan. You need to move your screen where I can see you. Yeah, that's not difficult. Show up and be a little more prepared. Mr. Quinones, stay on screen. It's not hard.
All right.
If you need more than 30 days, you can come in to make a payment arrangement.
All right, that's fine.
And then I have to tell you that you're now ordered to take an alcohol awareness class and 20 hours of alcohol-related community service.
All right, that's fine.
Don't do that within the next 6 months. Just one moment. Let me get that out. So few people get to this point. If it's not completed on time, and I will have your paperwork at the front desk, then I will have no choice. The law requires that I suspend your license for 6 months. There's an immediate suspension of 120 days as well right now. So you're not going to be able to get a driver's license right now.
All right.
You'll need to come by the clerk's desk today to pick up your paperwork. When can we look for you?
What time is the office open?
It's open right now. We're 8 to 5, friend. Let me have your mother
right
on
now
screen.
if you want, if I can.
Let me have your mother on screen, please. Okay. You'll need to come to the court.
All right.
We'll get translation when you get here.
All right,
She needs to be with you.
All right.
What time are we looking for you, Mr. Quinones?
Pues ahorita se puede ahorita.
I could go right now.
Okay, y'all come on over.
All right, we're on our way.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let them know. Maybe we could ask her. I can pull that up afterwards. The law. Ms. Warren, were you able to resolve with Ms. Bennett, or are we heading to trial?
I apologize, Your Honor. Who was I? Oh, Miss Bennett.
Ms. Bennett.
Yes, I did offer a dismissal in that case based on the proof that Miss Bennett provided.
Okay, you're sending over a dismissal?
I will, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Bennett, once we receive that, I'll sign it and we'll email it to you, okay?
Your Honor, the email that they tried to send it to me, I noticed because she had printed it out to give to me. She did Mandy OX, and she forgot to add the 2017 to that. So I'm not your emails.
Okay, spell it out for me, please.
Yes, ma'am. It is XO Mandy, MANDY OX 2017 at gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Warren, moving you forward, your next person is Darion LaBue. And Mr. LaBue, I'm sending you an invitation to the breakout room for a meeting with Ms. Warren.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I am, if we could call it conviction for the suspension in Isabel Tovar, let me have you unmute, please.
Hi.
Morning. Let me get your file pulled. I have, is she on today's pretrial? Yes, you're on the pretrial docket as well as my docket, and your turn there will be coming up shortly. I do have a one pending case where there was an obscured plate charge, a wrong altered or obscured plate charge, and that one is 181. And I have that you have entered a no contest plea, that you don't have the ability to pay, and therefore I would order community service for that charge.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. That right now comes to 9 hours. I believe you're next for Ms. Warren, or you're coming right up. So let's wait and see what happens with the rest of your cases. You are local. We'll be with you shortly, okay?
Okay.
Just one moment. The suspension starts in 11 days. This isn't the order that we use. There's a different order. And then there's a class. It's a 12-hour. And the license suspension is right 11 days from today for 30 days. It's coming back to me. It's just been a long time since anyone needed that. Beginning 10/22. Yeah, and it's a 6-month suspension if he doesn't do his class, right? Correct. And when is it due? Yeah. January 22nd, so 24. Here's the notes. He doesn't need to sign. Okay, I'm moving forward with Justine Hernandez.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Let me get your case pulled up. Your payment application was just showed income and no bills, but I'm thinking there are bills. You have bills?
No, ma'am.
So right now, food stamps and the child tax credit, but no income coming in.
Right.
How long are those benefits expected to last right now?
Child tax credits till December of this year, and food stamps, I believe, is until February of next year.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and order community service.
Yes, ma'am.
And that turns into 62 hours.
Okay.
Are you living with family?
Yes, ma'am. The address, I do believe the address on there is no longer valid. I just moved within the past few days.
Okay, when you come to pick up your community service packet today, change your address with the court. Okay. I don't like to do that on the internet because then you're telling somebody that you don't know where you live.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
How do you do that when you come up here to pick up your packet and sign for it?
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and start with 90 days. Is there someone that can watch your child while you do your work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. If you wind up needing more time, bring what you have before your due date and ask for an extension. Turn in what you've got so I make sure you're on track, okay?
Okay.
Otherwise, just get it turned in on time, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will recall your warrant today because once you sign, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I could just go up there today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, you need to.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any further questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Hodges, if you could unmute. I've got you next.
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear
Good
us?
morning. Yes, I can hear
Good
y'all
morning.
just fine. I'm talking specifically to Ms. Hodges. How are you this morning, Zoe?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. I do have a request for teen court. I need proof of enrollment in school to grant that.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm also going to need proof that insurance covered the accident. So I'll need to get both of those things before we can proceed with teen court. They're not a condition of teen court. They're a condition to get into teen court. And I'm not saying you're not enrolled. I just don't have proof in my file.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how quickly can we get those two items from you?
The verification of enrollment, I actually do already have that paperwork.
We don't have.
Okay, I could email that in.
Okay.
Would that be all right? And then for the insurance, they did cover it, and there was a claim on the policy, and they did cover it. So I could probably email that in today also.
Okay. We can reschedule just to get time to set this all up. And then teen court would be what we would do. I mean, if you have all that and can email it right now, I can wait and look for it while we sit and do the rest of court. If you think you might need a day, then we'll reschedule and come back and get signed up.
Okay. Do I email it to the court online help?
Yes. Are you able to email both documents today?
Yes. I mean, it may take me about 15 minutes to gather everything, but.
Okay. Why don't can you stay online while you email that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Stay online, and when you have sent it, raise your hand. There's a raise hand button, and I'll know to start looking for it. And that way we don't have to reschedule you. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. I'll mute y'all. We'll get back to you shortly. Okay, let me just go. Hold on. Okay. Ms. Warren, who were you working with?
I was working with Mr. LeBou.
Here we go. I don't know why I crossed them out. Okay. Are we heading to resolution or are we heading to trial?
Your Honor, there is a resolution. Mr. LeBou does want to enter a no contest plea. He did mention mitigating circumstances to me, and I let him know that that's his choice to discuss that with you.
Okay. All right. And he's in a payment plan. Ms. Warren, let me move you forward and I'll talk with Mr. LeBou next. Your next person is Lisa Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez.
I am muted myself.
Yes, hi. I'm sending an invitation for you to join Ms. Warren in the breakout. Just accept that invitation. Mr. LeBou, if you'll unmute for a moment. The case was back in November 15th of 2019.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you think I needed to consider?
So the morning of that I got the initial ticket was the same morning that I was shipping out to go to Korea. So when I told the officer that gave me the ticket that I wouldn't be able to show up to court, I also called the next morning from Seattle and called the desk clerk and said, hey, I got this ticket yesterday, but I won't be able to show up to court because I'm going to be in Korea for the next year to 2 years. So I'm just
show up with a letter, an email, a fax. Not have any of that available for 2 years?
So when I came back, I wasn't.
No, I'm talking about the whole time you were there. You never had access to email, letters, fax machine of any kind?
Yes, ma'am. I did email. I did email when I was over there, but they said that I should basically just wait to settle it till I get here. Because
no, you didn't email this court. Nobody would tell you that. We train people to say very specific things. They never would say, just go to Warren, it'll be fine. Nobody would ever tell you that.
No, Your Honor.
Sorry. I can add this to your payment plan. And I would be willing to reduce, just as, military courtesy, your fines a bit. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Lopez, I want to do it with that. I want to see. Yes, I understand. We're going to drop that fine. Okay, Mr. LeBou,
Yes, sure.
give me a moment to get that done. I'm going to take the fines to half. And that's going to reduce some other things because you went to collections, you went to warrant, you went to a hold on the license. I mean, every tool we have, we use trying to get you to communicate, right? So most of that I can't do anything about, but I will, the thing I can control, I'll reduce, but that'll take a few moments and I'll be back with you shortly, okay?
Yes, sure.
Let me know. I know you'll have it. Oh, I guess. Okay. He's not able to do it on. Warren, you and Ms. Rodriguez were able to visit?
Yes, Your Honor, and the case is resolved. Ms. Rodriguez will take a defensive driving course. This was a school zone situation, and she can pay today.
Okay. Let me get that amount pulled up. I don't. Do you happen to have it at your fingertips?
I do not, I couldn't remember if it's 164 or 184.
It should be. It's 169.
Okay.
Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're able to pay that today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you coming to the clerk's desk at some point today? That's probably the best bet.
Is there a way to pay online?
There is a way to pay online, but we also have to have you sign documents. I can send those to you.
Okay.
You'll
And
have
I can
to-
email the,
You'll have to print them and send them back. And then once you send them back, then you can pay online.
okay. I have to fax them back, or do I have to send them over, take them over to the courthouse?
I don't care how we receive them. You can fax them, you can email them, you can bring them by. We'll email those to you, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then once you send them back, then it's okay to pay online at that point.
Okay.
Okay? You look
Okay.
confused, so I'm wanting to pause and clear it up.
I can, it's kind of sketchy when I hear you, so it's a little delayed, but
Okay, let me get clear. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. 169 is the fee. We need your paperwork first. We need your paperwork.
Okay.
When you talk, it cancels me out. We need your paperwork first. We'll email the paperwork to you. Once you send it back to us, signed, then you can go online and do payment.
Right.
You can always call the
Sounds
clerk.
good.
You can always call the clerk when if you need help.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope. That's good.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Ms. Warren, let's see. Did I move you forward? Not yet.
Not yet.
Zoe Dennison is your next person.
Okay.
Except I don't see her. She had logged in and I saw her leave. Thought she had logged back on, but I'm thinking that didn't happen. Isabel Tovar is your next person. Ms. Tovar, if you'll accept that invitation, that should move you forward. Okay, and then I'm moving forward with, let's see, we're waiting on Zoe Hodges' paperwork. Eduardo Zaveda, and I'm sure I said that all along.
Yes.
Yes, I said it wrong. Good morning.
Good morning.
Uh-oh. You've been clear looking all day, but let's see. Now, is your car moving? Someone's driving you?
No.
Okay. We have a lot of cases, and one thing I noticed about your payment plan is that you did not list any allowance for food.
He says that he receives food stamp.
Okay, what is that amount?
$380 to $400.
Is he the only income to the home?
No, just him.
Okay. I can order community service. He had requested $150 a month payment, but that looks difficult.
Si tú crees que no que se te hace difícil los 150 o quieres hacer ahora. No. He said he'll go ahead and go with the 150 a month if that's possible.
Yes, I will allow it if he thinks he can manage it.
Yes, ma'am. He thinks he can manage it.
When's the start date? When can he make the first payment?
Can he start next Friday?
Yes, that's going to be the 22nd. I need his signature today.
Oh, okay. The problem is that we're not in town.
Okay.
We'll be back in town Thursday.
Okay, I can't recall the warrant until he comes in and signs.
Oh, okay. Well, would that be fine if he goes in Thursday?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll be back Thursday, and he'll be there in the morning.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see y'all then.
All righty, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you here about? I don't think his mother. Does anyone able to speak Spanish? Yeah. Can you? Okay, because they're asking, what do we do? Because, you know, he's saying he can't pay for a few days because which I get, but at this point, it's partly he. I'll be right with you all. From the Hodges family, have we developed that information yet?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, that first email, the attachments weren't on there. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
the second email should be coming through any minute.
Okay, great. All right. We will keep looking. And then I'm moving forward to talk to Mr. Alvarado.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Alvarado. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the rain.
Listen, I reviewed your file before court, and what I'm showing with all of the things that you have going on is that I should be ordering community service.
Okay.
And that's more flexible. Work with you a little bit more.
Yeah.
On time frames. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do y'all send me to a certain place of community service? Because I'm kind of on call at work. So I can do it like a mile.
So I give you a list of places where you can do the service. And they're all nonprofits that are pre-approved, but any nonprofit is acceptable. If you leave the list, make sure it's a nonprofit or you're wasting your time. All of this is in writing, okay? And then you pick a place that works with your schedule. I actually don't order you specific to specific places.
Okay.
Because it just becomes me managing your life. And I'm yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna give you all the tools I have for you and you manage it. And then if you need more time, I'm gonna give you till January 11th of 2022. But if you need more time, just bring what you've done, turn it in, and then ask for more time. And that gives me, one, I can confirm that I know that you're getting some progress, that you're going to a proper provider, and also I'll have a sense of how much you can get done. If it's a lot, great. If it's not a lot, give me what you've got, okay?
Okay.
All right, because it is 78 hours, and so it may be we do this for a little bit. But I can get your warrants recalled the moment you sign for your packet today. Can you come by this morning?
Well, I can go at noon.
Okay, noon will be fine.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, we'll have everything at the front desk.
All right.
All right, thank you. On the, they resent an email. They had forgotten to do the attachments. So we're looking for their second email, and then we'll be probably ready to go. So moving forward, Dontrell Thomas McCraney, let's go ahead and get you talking. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good, and you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Let me get your file pulled up. I'm also having reviewed first your pleas. That I had a no contest plea on the charge of no license. And then I don't see one in the file jacket right now. There's a no insurance charge. And it's from that same stop of February 19th, 2020. And if you paid it in full, it's $430.30. How are you pleading to the charge itself? It's that same stop.
Like both of the tickets from the same stop, that's what you're saying?
Right, yeah. One's for license and one's for insurance.
Oh, because when I was looking at it, I really didn't understand what the second one was.
Right. The second one is called failure to maintain financial responsibility. That's a legal term. That is a legal term for not having insurance that covers you driving that vehicle. And I do have a plea there of guilty. And I'm just wanting to confirm that is your plea today. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you following what's happening? You seem a little vague.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you understand what's happening. You have these charges and they're in warrant. I'm trying to get to a resolution. So you've pled guilty on these charges and now I would find you guilty, okay? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Okay. Does that mean yes?
I mean, yes, ma'am. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. And then right now I see that you don't have income coming in. I can go ahead, or you do. Well, you put on your note that you don't have a job. You have disability. Could you talk to me about your disability?
Like I have like ADHD, and I was getting I'm supposed to get a check every month, I think.
You're supposed to get what every month?
A check every month.
Right.
I get a check every month.
Okay. Do you manage that check or does someone help you?
It goes to my mom right now.
Okay. Do you live with your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Does she know that you had court today?
No, man. I had went with my grandma to set it up to get set up to come here today.
Okay. All right. Does your grandma work with you some too? Because I'm going to order community service instead of payment.
Okay.
And the thing that happens with that is that it's 40 hours and I would give you until December 14th to do it. But I want to make sure there's someone who can review the information with you to help you stay on track.
Yes, ma'am.
You have someone you trust that you can do that with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your grandmother came with you to get this set up. Can she bring you back over to pick up?
Yes, ma'am. That's why I was gonna ask if she can bring me up there.
That'd be good. Yeah. Okay. That would work really well, I think, Mr. McQueen. and we can have your paperwork at the front desk. Do you
Okay.
know when she can bring you?
I was gonna when I get off of here, I was gonna go call her and see.
Sometime today would work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll look for you today, okay?
Okay.
Okay, if something happens, you need to call us or email us and tell us what's happening because we'll be looking for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. The Laura case. Can you unmute and get on screen? I know y'all are getting your breath. We might look for Hodges as well, the email.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you been?
I'm fine.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Okay, let me re-review your stuff. I did look at it earlier. We sent some paperwork on the 8th, and it
Yes,
was
ma'am, I have it.
great because this is a possession of tobacco by a minor,
Yes, ma'am.
and there are fines and costs. You were 16 when this happened.
Yes,
May
ma'am.
12th
I
of
am.
2021, and he is not a minor. So I actually don't need that. But I do need to tell you that because you were a minor at the time of the charge, the situation is that I'm still required to order a tobacco awareness class on this case. Okay. You're enrolled at Lake Belton?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On the possession of tobacco by a minor, let me look. Your plea was guilty. I can do teen court, but I'm going to require the teen court fee, which is $20,
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
and then a class.
Yes, ma'am.
And sorry?
Yes, ma'am. Understandable.
Okay. And you'll take the class at your own.
Say that one more time.
You'll take the class at your own expense.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you pay that $20 fee today?
Yes, ma'am. I will let you know though, as of right now, tomorrow, because I have like other tickets for my crash that I had for
Yeah, we're going to
fifth,
talk about your tickets in a minute. You have
okay.
tickets here. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But I'm going to talk about one case at a time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, there's a tobacco class and a $20 fee. The tobacco class will be due by December 14th. Okay. And the cash payment of the $20 fee is today on that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, on the no driver's license charge, that is from August 5th of 2021. That case has gone to warrant and the costs and fines are $331. And then I have a plea from you for guilty on that charge.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you gotten a license since that time?
No, ma'am, we have not. We were
Okay.
just, since everything has happened, we were just gonna get it when I turn 18 or whenever I am eligible to get it.
Okay. And then there's a failing to control speed charge. And I do have a plea on that from you of guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So did insurance cover that charge?
Yes, ma'am. They covered the damages and everything else.
Okay. I'm going to need proof of coverage.
Yes, ma'am. That is, I do not have that as of right now.
Right. But you can get it.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Okay. I'm going to need that by December 14th as well. Okay. And then I'm going to order that you take a driver safety course.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
And that's going to be due December 14th as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I have a quick question for you. There are 2 other $20 fees, and that's a total of $60. And so can you pay those fees today?
For the 60 today?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you have your your tobacco class, your driving class, and proof of coverage of the accident, all due December 14th. That's going to be in writing at the front desk for you. When can we look for you to come in and sign that? Pay those fees.
As of tomorrow, I leave for the UK.
I need it today.
Yes, ma'am. I could. Yes, ma'am. I could come in today as quick as I could.
What time?
Let's shoot for, what is it, 10:30? 1, 2.
Okay, who's bringing you?
My father.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll see you between 1 and 2.
Yes, ma'am. I was going to ask for, well, is there anything else you would like to go over before I have questions?
No, I was going to ask you if you have questions.
Alrighty. I was going to ask for, sorry about that. For these tickets for the no driver's license, the failure to control speed, and well, all of them, all 3 of them, would I be able to do a payment plan or no?
No, we're doing team court. Pay the 3 $20 fees, and that's all you pay, except you pay for your classes and you get us that proof back.
Yes, ma'am. So what about the 3? Well, how much was it? The 380. One of the tickets were 300 something.
So those are just on hold, and if you complete team court, then you don't pay it.
Oh, okay. See,
If you don't complete team court, then you have to pay.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I was misunderstanding. Thank you so much for clearing that up. But say it one more time.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am. So as of today, all you would need is the $60 and
you need signatures.
And signatures. Yes, ma'am. Of course, I got you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And that'll all be in writing at the front desk. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Of course.
Any further questions?
No, ma'am. Would that be all that you would need for today?
Yes, unless you can bring that insurance coverage, then you can.
Yes, ma'am. I will see as quickly as I can. The quickest I can get it for the insurance cover and that it got approved and everything would be October 23rd throughout, because I leave for Europe tomorrow, the 13th through the 21st.
Okay, and they haven't given you proof of that yet?
What was that? The insurance?
Yes.
I'm honestly not quite sure yet. That's my father's doing. He took care of all that. So I will ask him, but I'm 99% sure that we have that form. I can get it.
Condition of team court. I'm conditioning team court on that.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Okay. All right. Well, I need it by December 14th.
Yes, ma'am. I got yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Along with your other 2 classes completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you know where I would go to figure where to take that class? Or
they're online.
Online? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we'll provide that online information when you pick up your packet today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Was anything else you need from me?
No.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you so much for taking care of me today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You have a great day.
And Ms. Warren, you were talking with Ms. Tovar?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are we resolved?
Yes, Ms. Tovar did change her plea to no contest.
On which charge?
On all 3, and there's actually only 2 on my docket.
Right, I had already covered the other one with her, and she had entered a no contest plea.
Oh, okay.
She's eligible for community service and has 9.
Okay, perfect. So, back to the no insurance. I did offer a deferred with insurance proof for 3 months, due by November 12th. Yes, November 12th.
Okay.
and she entered a no contest plea on the violate restriction. And she did say she needed community service.
Okay. All right, I'll take it from here. Ms. Dennison, having not re-logged back in, Ms. Warren, that is your docket for today, and therefore you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Tovar, I'll be right with you. Just hold on a moment.
Okay.
On Laboo. She also was going to talk. And then on Hodges. Great. Okay. Mr. Laboo, can you get back on screen? Hi. Okay, Mr. Laboo, I was able to do that reduction. And so we want to add that to your payment plan, but we're going to have to get your signature on that. You live in Temple, is that correct? You're muted, so I'll have to get you to unmute.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, I do live in Temple.
Okay, can you come by and get signed up?
Yes, ma'am. Is it okay if I come around 1?
That would be fine. Make a note that he's coming to add that. Okay, do you have any further questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for your patience.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. And then Ms. Hodges, we received everything, and let's go ahead and here we go. And so teen court is a dismissal process, and there's a $20 teen court fee. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there's a driving safety course that you're going to do, and that will be due November 23rd. And you can take it online or around town. We're going to put all this in writing. We can email that. You can print it and sign it and email it back, but you still have to come by today sometime to make payment. So I usually just say, let's do it all at once at the front desk, and what time would work best for you all.
I believe right now, if we're able to come right after this meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, we should have everything pretty quickly out. Okay. Okay, so it should be at the front desk. Just come in and anyone can help you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. And Ms. Tovar.
Yes.
So, community service. I do need your signature on the deferred document, and I'm going to need you to come pick up your items for the for the deferred disposition. And I'm going to need you to come pick up your items for community service as well. So, when can you be here?
I can be there like 12.
Okay. And let's see. Let me get your hours pulled together. Okay. Um, Insurance due. at 3 months, 14, yeah. But on the community service order itself, 30. So Ms. Tovar, it's 32 hours total. And so that due date is December 14th for all of those hours. And your deferred order will be at the front desk along with your information for community service.
Okay.
Okay. So when will you be here? You said around 1?
12, yeah.
12 is fine. We'll see you then.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. And Ms. Ramirez?
Yes.
Let's see, we have your license, so that's good. Let me see. I think you might qualify. We're on time. She hasn't had other charges, right?
No, ma'am.
Do we have a copy of that license? I think we do.
Yes, you should. We took it down to the court this week.
Yeah, I think we do. Okay. Was there an accident? There was no accident, correct?
No, ma'am, no.
When you took your course for when you took your driving course, to get your license, do you have a copy of that course?
The certificate, yeah, we got.
Okay. If I can get a copy of that from you, you could then qualify for a prosecutorial dismissal, which is not teen court. It's actually even better.
Okay.
Can y'all send that in or?
You want to? Like from email?
Yes, you can email it.
Okay, yeah.
How quickly can you send that?
She's sending it right now, Your Honor.
Great. Why don't y'all hold on a moment and we'll see if we can get that dismissal. When we did a recent and I've asked her to resend. Need to follow up. It's all the PDFs that she sent to y'all in the PDF. And I'll show you what it looks like. I can read them, but they don't look remotely appropriate. So if y'all could put
Okay,
you just sent it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. We'll look for it. And while we're waiting, I'm going to talk to Ms. Hoffman. Ms. Hoffman, can you hear me? Hello, Ms. Hoffman? Haley Hoffman?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How old are you today?
I'm 16.
Okay, and your parent, is your parent with you?
I'm here, ma'am. It's Tamara Hoffman. I'm her mother.
Okay, hi, Ms. Hoffman.
Morning, ma'am.
And just sorry, but since we're on a phone call, could I get your date of birth?
Mine is 11/11/83, and
Thank
she'll
you.
give you hers.
I
And
have
mine's
hers.
07/9. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, So the charge is failing to yield the right of way from a private drive. I have a plea and a request for teen court. Teen court is a good option. However, I need proof of enrollment in school and I need proof of coverage of the accident.
Yes, ma'am. Like when you want the proof of verification of enrollment, like the original DOE that I go and get from the school, or like I can send you a screenshot from Skyward that says that she's active in school. What works for that?
Skyward is appropriate.
Okay, I will log into that right now.
And then proof of the accident being covered.
Is that like a specific letter from the insurance company? I know that they covered it.
Yes.
I have our claim and stuff, but I don't have anything specifically that says we covered it. I can get that from them.
Yeah, they always send a letter that, I mean, they're legally required to anyway, that says we've provided coverage or we have not provided coverage. So what we can do is make that a condition of teen court. There's a $20 teen court fee. Can that get paid today?
Yes, ma'am. Is it possible to pay that like online or email
No.
anything in? Because what's
No.
that?
No, it's not.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I've just been up for about 28 hours. I work in the ER. I worked overnight last night, but
And I
that's
really
fine.
have empathy for that, but this is also very important.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that.
It just needs to be tended to today.
How
What
late?
time? Yeah, we're open till the end of the day is 5. So 4 o'clock would be your latest that you'd want to do that.
Okay. I'll probably send my husband. Okay.
When should we look for someone to bring Haley and over to sign her paperwork and make that payment?
We can do that today. We can do that this afternoon, probably by 4 o'clock. Like I said, my husband gets off at 2:30. I'll have him pick her up and take her, just so that you guys are aware. I'll have her put a mask on, but she's been coughing pretty badly for like the last 2 days. I mean, she's vaccinated and everything, but that's another reason why I didn't have her get on a Skype call today, because she looks
Well,
pretty rough.
we can extend the court date and come another day, because if you flag on the COVID issue, you're not allowed to come in our building. So let's just email you. Let's email you a continuance and we'll pick this back up in 2 weeks, which is October 26th.
Okay, I'm so sorry, ma'am.
We'll email that to you and you can sign it and email it back, and that'll give you time to get proof of enrollment to the court and proof of coverage of the accident. And we'll just look at teen court. We'll look at teen court in 2 weeks.
Okay, all right, perfect.
I just need her signature and yours today, but it can be done through email. So we'll send that to the email that we have on file.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. And then we're looking for an email from this room. Sending in her education. There we go. And then we have her license. Okay. All right. So Ms. Ramirez, that gets you a dismissal. And I just signed it. And we will send that over to you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks for your patience today.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. You too.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.